When you woke up this morning, did you think about whether you would like to brush your teeth or eat something first? It is said that as much as 40% of our daily actions are done on autopilot. By some estimates, it can be as much as 95%. Our brains are incredibly efficient at automating tasks, which helps to conserve energy. This is achieved through the formation of habits or patterns. When a habit is repeated, the brain forms neural pathways or connections between the cue, routine, and reward. These pathways become stronger over time, making it easier for the brain to automatically perform the routine in response to the cue. By automating tasks through habit forming, the brain can conserve energy. It no longer needs to expend as much effort on decision-making and planning, allowing it to focus on other tasks. This is particularly important for survival, as the brain is a metabolically expensive organ. As a result, we will go on autopilot and do some things without really thinking. The ability to do something without really thinking is an example of a phenomenon that psychologists call automaticity. This autopilot thinking can be beneficial. For example, it frees up our attentional resources so that we don't become overwhelmed by even the simplest of tasks. But there are risks. As Carl Jung astutely observed, thinking is difficult, so many just judge. This sentiment rings particularly true in the realm of relationships, where autopilot can often lead to misunderstandings, conflicts, and even erosion of trust. When we operate on autopilot, we become so accustomed to our habitual patterns of thought and behavior that we fail to fully engage with our partners and their experiences. This can result in a lack of mindfulness, empathy, and understanding as we become more focused on our own perspectives and preconceived notions. When on autopilot, we may be physically present in a relationship but mentally elsewhere. This can lead to feelings of neglect, disinterest, or a lack of connection. When we are not practicing mindfulness in our relationships, we easily jump to conclusions and judgments based on perceptions. Unconscious bias can lead to microaggressions that erode trust and create a negative atmosphere in a relationship. Moreover, autopilot can hinder our ability to see our partners as individuals, as we may rely on stereotypes or assumptions about them. Without mindfulness, we will react instinctively to triggers without considering the broader context, causing conflicts to escalate. We lack the self-awareness of the emotions we are having in the moment and the ability to empathize with the other at the same time. To counteract these negative effects of automaticity, it is essential to cultivate mindfulness and make a conscious effort to be present in our relationships. By slowing down and paying attention to our thoughts and feelings, we can develop a deeper understanding of ourselves and our partners. Additionally, practicing active listening and empathy can help us see things from our partner's perspective and build stronger connections. In essence, by breaking free from the autopilot mode and engaging in thoughtful and intentional interactions, we can create more fulfilling and harmonious relationships. Mindful communication is a good place to start in fostering good relationships. It has the following 3 C's: calm, considerate, collaborative. Being calm during a conversation is crucial for effective communication and maintaining healthy relationship. And here's why. When we are calm, we're more likely to listen actively and understand the other person's perspective. Calmness helps to prevent heated arguments and misunderstandings. When we communicate calmly, we create a more positive and supportive atmosphere. A calm demeanor allows us to approach challenges with a clear mind and find effective solutions. Remember, it's okay to feel emotions, but it's important to express them calmly and respectfully. Taking a few deep breaths or stepping away for a moment can help you regain composure. Being considerate in the conversation means being mindful of the other person's feelings, thoughts, experiences. There are a few ways to demonstrate consideration. Pay attention to what the other person is saying. Avoid interrupting and show that you're engaged. Try to understand the other person's perspective, even if you disagree. Avoid using harsh language, insults, or blaming. Consider the appropriate time and place to discuss certain topics. Don't make assumptions about the other person's intentions or feelings. Be willing to consider different viewpoints. Acknowledge and respect the other person's emotions. By being considerate in your conversations, you can build stronger relationships and foster a more positive communication environment. Being collaborative in a conversation means working together towards a common goal. There are few ways to foster collaboration. Treat each other as equals. You must be able to see each other as equals, that all perspective matters. This is particularly crucial in relationships where there is a power dynamic. For example, between a parent and a child. Take turns to speak and listen to each other. No one should dominate the conversation. Focus on the problem. Adopt a us versus problem instead of you versus me mindset. Develop intellectual humility and acknowledge that no one knows everything and no one is right all the time. Your relationship will improve when your conversations are calm, considerate, and collaborative.